Everything in your life is a reflection of a choice you have made. If you want a different result, make a different choice. Life is a mirror, and it reflects not what we hope or wish, but what we choose. Every step we take, every decision we make, shapes the direction of our lives. Often we look at our circumstances and feel trapped, as if we are stuck in situations beyond our control. But if we look closer, we'll realize that many of those situations are rooted in the choices we have made, both big and small. Whether we chose to take a job, stay silent when we should have spoken up, or put off a goal for the comfort of today, these decisions have created the reality we are living in. Understanding this truth is not meant to make us feel guilty. It's meant to empower us, because if our current reality is the result of past choices, then we also have the power to choose differently and shape a new future. Change begins the moment we take responsibility. It begins the moment we stop blaming others, our environment, or our past, and start owning our power to choose. Every successful person at some point had to make a hard decision to leave comfort behind, to rise above fear, and to pursue something better. And often, the first choice is simply to believe that we can, to believe that we are not stuck, not helpless, and not destined to repeat yesterday's mistakes. This shift in mindset is critical, because when you believe your choices matter, you start paying attention to them. You become intentional. You begin to ask, is this decision moving me closer to who I want to be? Is this helping me grow or holding me back? Many people want different outcomes, but keep making the same choices. They want success, but choose procrastination. They want love, but choose pride. They want peace, but choose to carry anger. This disconnect between desire and decision is where frustration is born. The truth is, wanting is not enough. Change doesn't come from hope alone. It comes from doing things differently. It comes from the willingness to make hard choices, even when they're uncomfortable, even when they scare you, because those difficult choices, like walking away from toxic habits, setting boundaries, or stepping into the unknown, are the ones that lead to transformation. And yes, you will stumble, you will make mistakes. But even mistakes, when made in the direction of growth, are part of the journey. It's time to look in the mirror, not to criticize, but to recognize your power, the power to rewrite your story. You are not a victim of fate. You are the author of your life. If your current chapter doesn't inspire you, don't be afraid to turn the page. Make that change. Whether it's in your career, your mindset, your relationships, or your daily habits, different results demand different choices. You owe it to yourself to live a life that reflects your true potential. And it all starts with one decision, the decision to stop living on autopilot and to start choosing with purpose. When you do that, you stop just surviving and start thriving. It's easy to fall into routines that feel safe, even when they don't serve us. But safety is not the same as fulfillment. We weren't born to simply go through the motions. We were born to evolve, to rise, to grow. Every day that we wake up, we're given an opportunity to change the course of our lives. Not all at once, but in moments. In how we speak to ourselves, in how we spend our time, in what we decide to focus on. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need the courage to take the first step. Don't wait for the perfect conditions. They may never come. Start now with what you have, where you are. Greatness isn't built in comfort zones. It's built in the moments when you choose discipline over distraction, progress over perfection, and action over excuses. Look around at anyone you admire, people who seem strong, driven, joyful. They weren't handed those traits. They chose them. Over and over again, they chose to keep going when it was hard. They chose to believe in themselves when no one else did. They chose to push past failure and rise after every fall, and so can you. The gap between where you are and where you want to be isn't as wide as it seems. It's just one decision wide. One bold, brave decision can create a ripple effect that changes everything. Don't underestimate your own power. The way you speak, act, respond. It's all shaping your future. If you're tired of repeating the same patterns, stop reacting and start deciding. Don't be controlled by your circumstances. Lead yourself through them. You don't have to transform your whole life in a single moment. Real change is built through daily choices, the ones that seem small but carry weight over time. Choosing to wake up early, to read instead of scroll, to invest in your health, to speak kindly to yourself. These decisions stack up. They build resilience, confidence, clarity. At first it might feel uncomfortable. Growth often does. But what's more uncomfortable is regret. Wishing you had started earlier. Wishing you had believed in yourself sooner. The pain of discipline weighs ounces, but the pain of regret weighs tons. Which one do you want to carry? The future you dream of is not out of reach. It's waiting on the other side of consistency. What you do daily is more powerful than what you do occasionally. Choose better. Choose growth. There will be setbacks. There will be days when motivation fades, when doubt creeps in, when the old version of you tries to pull you back. Expect it, but don't let it define you. You are not your fears. You are not your past. You are the strength that rises each time you fall. And that strength is built through choice. Every time you say, I will keep going, you become stronger. Every time you act from vision instead of emotion, you take control. This is your life. No one is coming to save it. No one can walk this path for you. But you have everything you need inside you to become everything you were meant to be. Trust yourself. Show up. Make the choice to live fully, not someday, but now. Every breakthrough starts with a choice to believe in possibility, even when the current reality doesn't show it yet. You have dreams, visions, ideas planted deep within you for a reason. They are not random. They are the blueprint of who you are meant to become. But that version of you doesn't arrive by accident. That version is created by decisions made with intention, sacrifice, and courage. No one sees the invisible battles you fight every day, but those battles matter. They shape you. Every time you choose to rise instead of stay stuck, to forgive instead of stay bitter, to grow instead of shrink, you are becoming the person who can handle the future you desire. Nothing is more powerful than a person who chooses to live with purpose. Purpose gives your life direction when the path feels uncertain. It gives meaning to the hard days and fire to the good ones. If you're tired, rest, but don't quit. Keep showing up for yourself, even if no one else notices. One day, the results will speak for you. And when you look back, months or years from now, you'll see how far you've come. You'll see that it wasn't luck or talent or perfect timing that brought you here. It was choice. The choice to keep going. The choice to keep growing. The choice to become better every single day. This is your moment, not tomorrow, not next year, right now. Make the decision to take ownership of your life. No more waiting, no more wishing. Make the shift. Change the mindset. Start the habit. Leave what's holding you back. Step into your potential. You don't need permission. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to begin. The rest will unfold as you move forward. So go, not because it's easy, but because you're ready. Ready to become everything you were always meant to be. There will always be moments in life when everything feels heavy, when the pressure, the doubt, and the setbacks pile up and make you question everything. In those moments, you must remember, you've already survived things you once thought you couldn't. You've already come through storms stronger than you expected, and that strength is still inside you. Life is not meant to be without struggle. The climb, the pain, the uncertainty, they are all part of the process of becoming. Don't let temporary emotions make permanent decisions. Don't let a hard day erase the progress you've made. You are allowed to break down, to feel tired, to cry, but don't stop moving forward. Rest, breathe, gather yourself, and then rise again. You're not weak for feeling overwhelmed. You're human, but humans are capable of extraordinary things when they refuse to stay down. No one sees the silent battles, the nights you lie awake wondering if you're enough, the mornings you push yourself out of bed with a heart still aching, but you still show up. That matters. That's strength. The world often measures success by achievements, status, or wealth, but real success is when you refuse to give up on yourself, even when no one is clapping. It's when you honor your own journey, no matter how different or delayed it may seem. Don't compare your path to others. Some people bloom early, some later, but bloom you will if you keep nourishing your growth. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be to learn, to rise, to evolve. Don't rush the process. Trust it. Some of the most beautiful transformations happen slowly, quietly, and far beneath the surface. Just because it's not visible yet doesn't mean it's not happening. Your value is not determined by your mistakes, your past, or your failures. Those things may be chapters in your story, but they are not the whole book. Every scar, every setback, every heartbreak has taught you something. You've gained wisdom, perspective, and depth. That matters more than perfection ever will. Stop waiting until you feel worthy to go after what you want. You are worthy now, worthy of joy, of peace, of success, of love. The more you believe that, the more your actions will reflect it. Speak to yourself like someone you love. Treat yourself like someone who matters, because you do. And when you finally stop shrinking to fit into boxes that were never made for you, when you finally decide to live loud, bold, and honest, you'll begin to see what you were always capable of. You'll begin to move differently, with confidence, with clarity, with conviction. There's a fire in you. Maybe it's been dimmed. Maybe it's been buried under fear, doubt, or years of being told you're not enough. But it's still there, and it's time to feed it again. Feed it with truth. Feed it with discipline. Feed it with courage. Don't just exist. Ignite. Let your life be the proof that ordinary people can do extraordinary things when they commit to showing up day after day with purpose. The world doesn't need more people pretending to be perfect. It needs more people willing to be real, willing to try, to fail, to rise, and to keep going. That's who you are, a fighter, a creator, a force. So stop holding back. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Take the risk. Speak the dream. Show the world what happens when someone chooses themselves, fully, fiercely, and without apology. You were not born to live a life of fear, hesitation, or regret. Deep inside, you know that. You weren't created to settle for routines that drain you or relationships that shrink you. You were built with vision, with a dream, with something unique that only you can bring into this world. That vision may be buried under responsibilities or distractions, but it's still there, waiting to be honored. The truth is, it's going to take courage, not the loud kind, not the kind that shouts, but the quiet daily kind, the kind that wakes up and chooses to keep going, even when it's hard, the kind that keeps believing, even after failure. That kind of courage is rare. It's not found in comfort zones. It's forged in the fire of resistance. When you choose to keep moving in the direction of what calls your heart, that's when you become unstoppable. Even small steps matter. Even unseen effort matters. Never underestimate the impact of quiet bravery. Most people wait. They wait for the fear to go away. They wait for the doubt to disappear. They wait to feel ready. But readiness is a myth. The truth is, you get ready by doing. Confidence doesn't show up before you act. It grows as you act. So start, even if you're scared. Speak up, even if your voice shakes. Apply, even if you don't feel qualified. Begin again, even if you've failed before. You will never feel 100% prepared for the biggest steps in your life, and that's okay. Take the step anyway. You'll learn, you'll adapt, you'll become. Growth doesn't come by thinking about what you could do. It comes by doing it. Most people talk themselves out of their own destiny because it looks hard or because they think they're not enough. But what if you stopped talking yourself out of things and started showing yourself what's possible? Your future is shaped not just by big decisions, but by the small, repeated actions you take each day. Every time you choose focus over distraction, every time you choose to move your body instead of staying in bed, every time you choose to work on your goals instead of making excuses, you're casting a vote for the person you're becoming. That person is strong. That person is disciplined. That person is clear. You don't need to become someone else. You just need to become more of who you truly are. The power is already in you. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone else. The goal isn't to impress people. The goal is to fulfill your purpose, to look in the mirror and feel proud of the way you're living. That happens when your daily habits are in alignment with your deepest values. That's when peace comes. That's when joy flows. That's when progress becomes natural. Yes, the journey is hard. It will test your patience. It will test your consistency. It will challenge everything weak inside you. But that's the point. Growth is meant to be uncomfortable. That discomfort is proof you are no longer accepting mediocrity. You're evolving, you're leveling up. The discomfort you feel now is far better than the regret you'll feel later if you don't try. One day, all of this effort, all of these sacrifices, all of the late nights, the early mornings, the moments you wanted to quit but didn't, they'll mean something. You'll look back and realize that the hardest days were the ones that shaped your strength. So stay the course. Even if no one sees it yet, Even if results are slow, great things take time. Let others rush. You stay steady. Your consistency is your superpower. Your persistence is your proof that you are serious about your future. There's something powerful that happens when you stop chasing everything and start aligning with what truly matters. Life becomes clearer. You begin to realize that not everything deserves your energy, not everyone deserves your access, and not every thought deserves your attention. Your peace is precious. Your focus is limited. Protect it. When you stop giving your time away to things that drain you, you make space for things that grow you. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what matters. Let go of the need to please everyone. Let go of trying to be understood by those who refuse to see your value. You weren't made to fit in. You were made to rise, even if it means standing alone sometimes. And when you start valuing yourself, the world begins to mirror that value back to you. Your boundaries become a declaration. I am no longer available for anything that costs me my peace, my power, or my potential. There will be days when the fire dims, when doubt comes in heavy, when the dream feels far and the path feels endless. Those days are part of the journey. They don't mean you're weak, they mean you're human. But in those moments, you have a choice. You can listen to fear, or you can remind yourself why you started. You can stop, or you can rest and rise again. You've come too far to only come this far. Every time you felt like giving up but didn't, you added to your foundation. Strength doesn't come from what's easy. It's born in the middle of the fight, when you're tired, unsure, and still pushing forward. So don't run from the struggle. Let it shape you. Let it refine you. Let it make you the kind of person who walks into rooms with quiet confidence because you know what you've overcome. No shortcuts, just real earned strength. Faith in yourself doesn't mean you won't feel fear. It means you choose not to let fear decide for you. Fear will always show up when you're about to do something bold. That's a sign you're on the edge of growth. But courage isn't the absence of fear. It's action in the presence of it. You don't need all the answers before you move. Sometimes the next step doesn't come until you take the first one. Trust the process. Trust your intuition. And most of all, trust that even the setbacks are setting you up for something greater. Life has a way of redirecting us, not to punish us, but to protect and prepare us. What you thought was a failure may turn out to be the turning point. Keep your vision clear, your heart open, and your spirit unshaken. You're not falling behind. You're being built for what's next. One day you'll thank yourself for not quitting. You'll thank yourself for being patient, for being brave, for listening to your inner voice when everyone else had an opinion. You'll look back and realize that everything you went through was shaping you for the life you now live. The tears, the silence, the lonely nights, the battles you never told anyone about, it all served a purpose. Nothing was wasted. So hold on. Keep going. Show up for yourself like it's a non-negotiable, because it is. This is your life. No one can live it for you. No one else gets to define what success, joy, or meaning looks like for you. That power belongs to you, and you alone. Use it. Shape your story. Create a life so aligned with who you truly are that peace becomes your default, not your reward. That is what it means to live fully. That is what it means to be free. There comes a time when you have to stop waiting for change and start becoming the change. No more blaming your past. No more blaming your environment. No more handing your power over to people, to circumstances, or to the fear of failure. You have more control than you've been led to believe. Your life shifts the moment you stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what can I do with this? Every person who transformed their life didn't do it because everything around them changed. They did it because something inside them changed. That internal shift, the decision to take ownership, to stop making excuses, to get honest with yourself, is where real growth begins. It's not easy. It requires humility. It means looking in the mirror and confronting patterns you've repeated for years. But the moment you take full responsibility, you unlock your freedom. Because if it's your responsibility, that means you have the power to change it. It doesn't matter how long you've been stuck, how long you felt behind, or how many times you failed. Today can be the day it all turns. Not because everything magically gets better, but because you decide, I'm done with this version of me. I'm done letting the old stories run my life. I'm done waiting for someone else to come fix what I'm capable of fixing myself. That one decision to take your life into your own hands has the power to redirect your entire path. The excuses you've believed, they crumble when you show yourself what's possible through action. The fear you've carried, it begins to lose its grip the moment you act in spite of it. The version of you that felt stuck, it fades each time you choose discipline, clarity, and purpose. You are not broken, you are not behind, you are becoming. And becoming is messy, but it is also powerful. Don't fear the mess. It's proof that change is happening. You were never meant to live a life of limitation, but limitations can grow silently through self-doubt, comparison, fear of judgment, and the voices of others who never had the courage to pursue their own dreams. Sometimes it's not your circumstances holding you back. It's your mindset. It's what you've told yourself is realistic, when in truth, it's just what's familiar. You don't grow by staying familiar. You grow by stepping into the unfamiliar with trust in yourself. That trust is everything. It's what allows you to walk through uncertainty and still move forward. And you build that trust through consistency, by keeping promises to yourself, even when no one's watching. You earn your own respect not through perfection, but through persistence. When you decide that you are worthy of the life you want, and you back that belief with disciplined action, doors begin to open. Opportunities meet preparation. And what once felt impossible begins to look inevitable. If you could see the future version of you, the one who stayed committed, who kept growing, who showed up day after day, you would fight harder for yourself today. You would stop doubting whether it's worth it, and you'd start acting like your life depends on your decisions, because it does. You don't get this time back. Every moment is either building your future or stealing it. Don't waste your days numbing yourself from your own potential. Don't let fear of what might go wrong keep you from discovering what could go right. You are not here just to survive. You are here to thrive, to create, to lead, to serve, to love fully. The journey won't be perfect, and you won't always feel ready. But if you move with intention, with purpose, and with relentless faith in the person you're becoming, you will look back one day and say, that was the moment I chose myself. That was the moment everything changed.